So I just want to take a step back and just go back to something that Stefan mentioned earlier, which is, think about iRobot as a company, right? They're a company at the forefront of this robotic revolution that's going to, in 50, 100 years, we're all going to be, humanity is going to be engaged with robots in a way that we're engaged with machines today, right? We don't think about using our cell phone. It's a machine. In some ways, it's a robot, but we don't think about it as a robot, right? It's the human culture and the human experience slowly accepts these beings into our lives, and they become part and parcel of our lives. So what we really want to create is an experience through robotics by furthering the field of robotics. And the way to do that is to create an ecosystem that will allow people to engage with robots on a day-to-day basis in their lives, right? And the people who will make that happen are the engineers, the inventors, the entrepreneurs who are going to take that and bring robotics to the next generation of humanity. So with that context, let's go back, 100 years or so, right? If you remember the aeroplane, the common aeroplane that we all travel and we take for granted, it was built by Oliver and Wilbur Wright, right, on a field, grassy field in the middle of nowhere. They would go take these parts that they would build it by themselves. They would stick it all together in their garage or their barn, in that case, and then they would take it out to the field, stick it all together, and try to jump off and try to fly, right? So think about that experience. Somebody in a field built the aeroplane that we all take for granted in today's age. So what we're really talking about here is how can we make the robotics engineers, the next generation engineers, get engaged in robotics? How can we create an experience that allows them to take their passion and build something? And that's what we're trying to capture through our campaign. So the way we thought about it was, hey, what can we do to facilitate this? What can we do to facilitate this in a connected world? So a lot of you might have read the book, The World is Flat by Thomas Friedman, right? I'm sure a lot of you have heard about that. And what that book talks about is really that, it's become so easy for people in India and China and France and Japan and Argentina and the US to collaborate with one another, to build stuff together. And that's the power of the world being flat. So what we really wanted to do was to take that entrepreneurial spirit, take that inventor spirit through the engineer in China and the engineer in France and the engineer in Argentina and the US, and bring them all together in a way where they can collaborate and build the next generation of robotics. And our idea for that was to create a virtual design center that would live within the iRobot properties, right? So an engineer, entrepreneur can come in there, they can collaborate with other engineers and really use that as a mechanism to drive the next generation of robots.